Hey guys, welcome to the Osaka Rybakina quarterfinal match at the WTA 1000 in Toronto. Osaka broke the first game, and now a chance for Rybakina to break right back. Osaka, one of the best servers on the WTA Tour, versus the best server on the WTA Tour, Rybakina. The serve, the most important shot in this match. And I'm leaning slightly towards Osaka in this one. You see how Rybakina is French? Does anybody want to give her a French name? Because I think that top flag is like stuck. It's completely stuck. I can't change it because I correctly have the Kazakhstan flag there. But yeah, I can't change that one. So anybody feel free to give Rybakina a French name. To love Osaka. There's that big serve from Rybakina out wide. 15 love. Yeah, go ahead. It's no problem. Yeah, go ahead. It's no problem at all.
I am going. Let me get something. Your pants by the watermelon.
Okay, hold on one second. Hi, did you watch the Hodar Feast match? Yes, I live streamed it. Very impressed with Hodar. That was incredible. You were ready to point out what? Rybakina with some clean hitting from the baseline. Osaka is so strong from the corners though. Plays exceptional defense. And there she overhits the forehand. 40-15. Double fault from Rybakina, 40-30. Rybakina isn't French, are you sure? Are you sure about that? How about we give her a French name? Backhand error from Osaka there. I tried to fix the top flag during the Shelton match, and I couldn't. I mean, it's fixed already. I don't know what else to do. It's kind of a bummer, actually, to be honest with you. Unless I can try to do one more thing here. Well, I don't think it'll work, though, because I already tried this, but I think this is an OBS problem. And the only way I'll be able to fix this is by restarting OBS. I can't do that right now. I should have done it, actually, while I had a break in between these two matches, but I forgot. So let's try this. It didn't work. That's so weird. That is so weird, guys. All right. Strange. All right, whatever. It is what it is. Rybakina is French for this one. Not a big deal. Yeah, for sure I have a feeling that nice Kazakhstani flags there in the comments. For sure, I'm leaning a little bit towards Goff. Here's my reasoning for it. Rybakina far from her best ever since the Stuttgart tournament. She has not found her best tennis. Some very up and down performances, a lot of mistakes, unforced errors. The confidence can't be high right now, although nice to make the quarters here. And she can flip that around rather quickly if she makes it through this match. She could, obviously, she's so good that she can win this title. But it's just been too many mistakes from Rybakina. And Osaka, on the other hand, played well last week, lost to Yala in the semis of Washington. And playing exceptionally well here again. So, gut feeling, Osaka takes this. Up 2-1, a break, and 30 love. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Guys, hang tight. I'll be right back. That's an exceptional down the line backhand from Rybakina right there. One of her best shots. 30-15. Osaka serving up 2-1. Rybakina really cranking that ball. The sound the ball makes coming off her strings is something else. But Osaka holding strong back there. One of the shots that Osaka does better than pretty much anyone else in history, with the exception of Serena Williams, is that open stance backhand from defensive positions. And there's an ace from Osaka. Hold serve. 3-1 first set. Yeah, not the best start for Rybakina, that's true. That's very true. What is happening? Ace Rybakina. She, by the way, is #1 this year in aces. On tour, the last time I checked. I understand the Kazakh supporters will not be happy about the French flag, but there's literally nothing I can do. It's already changed. It's an OBS problem. I don't know what to tell you. Ben Shelton was French too. The one thing I can't do, I can't try is remove both flags. Let me do that. Let me do that on the next changeover, okay? I'll remove both flags. as a down-the-line winner from Rybakina. 30 love. Huge hitting from Rybakina there, 40 love. Rybakina said 289 aces so far this year. She's number one, ahead of Noskova with 259. Zhang coming in at number 3 with 221. And this is surprising to a lot of people. Jessie Pegula, 213 aces. She's number 4. And number 5 is Sabalenka with 203. Another surprise, Kirstea at 6 in the world with 197 aces. And we don't need to rattle through the whole thing, but Osaka is number 9 with 177. All right, let's try to fix this flag thing now for good. This is a big problem here. Okay, let's see if this works. Let me see this. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Let's see here. All right. Okay, let's see if that worked. It didn't. It removed, oh my God, this is so bad. It removed Osaka and it kept the French flag. What a disaster. Wow. What a disaster, guys. Yeah, that top thing is not working. It's not working. Not good. Very strong rally from Rybakina there. I love 15. All right. Won't be able to fix this now. It's the weirdest thing. Why would something like this happen? $15 all. Very strong point there from Osaka. Beautiful forehand down the line off a wide serve, and then swing volley while moving backwards. Not easy to pull that one off. Very impressive. 30-15. So the winner of this plays golf, and Who would have better chances against Golf, Rybakina or Osaka? Well, generally you would say Rybakina, but current form, I would probably say Osaka because Coco Gauff is playing well. So 40-30, game point Osaka. Ace down the tee from Osaka, and she holds up 4-2. What a serve from Osaka. A lot of people don't realize how good the Osaka serve is. That's a nice combo there from Rybakina. Nice serve out wide. And forehand winner into the forehand side of Osaka. 15-love. That's a very deep return from Osaka. Maybe a slight miss hit. Hard to say. But Rybakina was pushed way back on that forehand. Yeah, she chooses to hit a low percentage target there. Goes inside out with that and misses way wide. 15-all. Big serve from Rybakina down the tee. 30-15. ATP 101, how you doing? Having a good week so far, yep. Hasn't been that long. What day is it today? Tuesday. So far, so good. Watched some good tennis matches. And Osaka with the forehand blast. Into the backhand corner of Rybakina, misses long. 40-15. That's usually Rybakina at her best. Huge serve out wide, dictating with the forehand. She hits one good forehand to the forehand corner of Osaka. Then has the entire court to play with because Naomi guesses a little bit towards the right from Rybakina's perspective, and Rybakina open court forehand miss. Cross court. And we're at deuce. Osaka goes, again, very hard with the forehand. Cross court, misses wide. Add in. And there's Rybakina with the hold. 4-3 Osaka, up 1 break in the first set. Naomi Osaka obviously will so far hold her ranking. She will not drop if she loses this. Because there's a point discrepancy between her and Schneider, who's 14 in the world. And the reason for that is that Naomi was in the final of this tournament last year. So if she loses this match, she will lose 425 points. No, 435 points. 400, I can't read this, hold on. 400 and she will lose 435 points, yeah. 435 points, but she will still be able to hold her ranking of 13. And of course, if she wins this match, she'll lose less points. If she makes the final, she defends all points. Holds the ranking regardless because Bencic is 12. We got Kostyuk 11 and Nisimova 10. I mean, the WTA rankings are stacked with great players. We got Stolina 9, Swiatek 8, Noskova 7, Mukhova 6, Andreeva 5, Goff 4, Pegula 3, Rybakina 2, Sabalenka 1. I mean, absolutely brutal rankings. So many great players. And if you look at even behind Osaka, it's Schneider 14, Paulini 15, Jovic 16, and Boko 17, Kirstea 18, Alexandrova 19, and Iyala 20. I mean, it's like absolutely stacked the top 20 on the WTA Tour. So strong. So many great players. ATP 101, yeah, WTA is on fire. Big time. Scorpio, is Rybakina French? Is just an error. We had Ben Shelton. Whoever's on top of the scoreboard is the French flag cannot be removed. I don't know what the problem is. I can't really fix it now, or I tried to fix it and I couldn't. So Shelton was French and Rybakina unfortunately is French. I can't change it. Even if I remove the flags, it only removes the Japanese flag from Osaka, and the French flag stays by Rybakina, and that's even worse. So for this match, Rybakina will have to be French. I apologize to anybody from Kazakhstan. There's nothing I can do. I tried many times. Do you think Sinner and Alcaraz can get 20 slams each? Because Alcaraz already missed 2 slams due to injury. Now Sinner apparently injured. I think they'll probably get more than 10. For sure. I'm pretty certain they'll get more than 10. There's a good chance they might get 15. 20 is a lot. 20 is a lot. I don't know about that. They can, certainly. Maybe they can even break the slam record of Djokovic. We have to see, but that's tough. It would mean that they would need to play for a long time. So it depends. Ooh, Osaka didn't hit that forehand well. Up 30-15 there. Hits a great serve down the tee. That serve has been working today really well. It's a short ball. Doesn't hit it right. Hits it right on the top of the string bed. The bottom top corner. But still makes it because she puts a lot of spin on that forehand. A lot of times spin can correct mishits. So if you have a tough swing path, even if you don't hit the ball clean, or in the middle where you're supposed to hit it, you still will be able to get it in. Whereas if you hit that flat and hard in that part of the frame, like she did there, for example, she hit it in this exact same spot, just the very top of the frame, and she hit that a lot more flat, that forehand, and it went and sprayed way long. So that's the beauty of topspin. Scorpio, it's so funny during the Shelton match. Somebody wrote that it's Benoit Chaltain or something like that. That's his French name. Put a baguette and a glass of red wine behind as emojis, and that actually made me laugh. I thought it was very funny. That's why I asked in the beginning, can somebody come up with a French name for Rybakina? In any case, there's a hold for Osaka, up 5-3. Rybakina needs to hold here and make Osaka serve out this first set. Anna, how you doing? Good to see you in here. I wanna address you because during the Yala live stream, there was after the match things got heated. I just want to tell you, you're free to speak your mind. Like, it's all good. I appreciate you coming in these lives, and it's all safe. It's all good. It's all friendly, but sometimes can get a little bit heated, and that's okay too, I guess. It's passionate, I guess. But yeah, I appreciate you being in here, and welcome back. No crying in tennis is tough, Eparukua. No crying in tennis is tough. There's tears involved with this game. It's a brutal game. Even as a fan, there's tears involved. It's a tough game. Rybakina better be careful here. 15-30 on her serve. You don't want Osaka serving first in a second. She's got to try to hold here. It's a monster serve right there. 30 all. That's hilarious. That's funny, actually. I like that one. Hélène Rybakina. I can't say it in French, but if you said that in French, Hélène Rybakina, that's funny. That's hilarious, actually. We should make every player that's on top there French. That should be a thing now. Maybe I won't even fix it. Let's just have everybody be French up there. Monster hitting there from Rybakina. Holds, and Osaka will have to serve to get this first set, which is tricky up 5-4. You know, that's when maybe it's a little bit more tight. You start feeling the nerves a little bit. Doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to feel nerves. Some players are very confident serving out sets, but others, they might get a little tight. And you do see frequent breaks when players try to serve out sets at 5-4. I think first point of that particular game is very, very, very important. It's a big difference between going up 15 love there or love 15. Love the rhythm on the Rybakina forehand and the technique. It's such a clean technique. Was a little higher contact point. That's how you hit a high forehand. Absolutely perfect. Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, listen, people get heated. You know, for sure, I think it's important for people to speak their mind. But when they do, of course, it's so passionate, the fandom, especially around the Yala, that there might be some pushback if it's a negative, you know? And certainly it does get heated in my comment sections a lot. With the Yala videos, like Sinner, of course, Alcaraz, Djokovic, it gets so heated, brutal. I mean, people are insulting each other. A lot of these comments get held back automatically by YouTube and flagged as potentially inappropriate. People get so upset. But, you know, in a way, as horrible as this discourse is, I feel like if people are this passionate and they care about tennis, then it's good for tennis. Like, people would not get this passionate if they didn't care. Like, if two players were playing where we couldn't care less who wins or what's said about them. So, of course, you know, you gotta behave and all that. But I think passion is good in the game of tennis, whether it's from a player or a fan. Of course, like I said, if you do it the appropriate way, because people go below the belt, you know, they start insulting and all that, and that's not cool. Yes, everybody needs to be respectful. I agree with that. That's very important. There's an incredible backhand return from Rybakina. Inside out backhand return winner at 15 all, 15-30. Some mini window right here for Rybakina. Big forehand from Naomi there, and Rybakina overhits her forehand. That's been a problem a little bit ever since that Stuttgart title, is that some of the balls are just spraying on Rybakina. And the first thing that comes to my mind when I see that is like, wait, maybe try tighter string. You know, maybe it's a little bit too loose. Has a beautiful wide serve from Osaka, and it's 40-30 set point. So, man, the sound the ball makes when Rybakina hits the ball is incredible. What hitting from Naomi there. This is prime Osaka level hitting right there. What a rally. And Osaka holds, wins the first set 6-4. Not surprised. I was leaning a little bit towards Osaka prior to this match starting. But that's just beautiful hitting from Osaka. Really nice hitting from Rybakina too. Just incredible ball striking. Now let's see if Rybakina can bounce back from this. I agree with you that Sabalenka and Swiatek and Rybakina dropped their level. Yeah, I agree with you. And on the ATP, it's not like that. There was no level drop at the top. At the WTA, there has been a level drop at the top. But I feel like Sabalenka and Rybakina are still down in the level. Not sure if they can get it back in this North American hardcore swing, but I do feel like Swiatek and Goff are already back. And the level is going up. So, of course, things can change and we have to see. But I think even prior to this tournament starting, I had a gut feeling, and I've said it multiple times here, that Goff and Swiatek are going to have a good North American hardcore swing. Guys, I'll be right back. Hang in there, okay? Hang tight. Rybakina left the court. And she's coming back now. Rybakina will serve first in the second set. Nick, your opinion on type of string for beginners. Does it matter? You know, it's important that it's not something that's like super tight, like a crazy tension, that the racket's not heavy. Just something that's difficult to play with would be a problem for beginners, and beginners can rather quickly develop tennis elbow. So loose tensions and a softer string, a responsible string. But beginner at that level, they can use like a multi or even a synthetic gut. And maybe when they get a little bit better, they can transition to a very responsive, soft, like elastic polyester string. And that should be okay, but again, the tensions are important. I think an entry-level player that hits with a string that's too tight, this can turn into tennis elbow, so it's important. Anna says, Passion has personal attacks. No, you need to be our Papa Bear and protect us here. I'm sorry you got personal attack. I'm so sorry that happened. I didn't see it. You got to understand, like, I'm watching the match. I'm not checking the chat. I'm checking the chat here and there, but I don't see every single message. It depends how active it is. Like, obviously now I can probably read most of the messages because it's very slow. But on some matches, especially the Yala ones, there's like thousands of chats. I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000 on that one, I think. So I don't see all of them. And I do have a moderator in here, True Tennis Vibe. She's the mod. And I have give her strict instructions to do no trolling, no personal attacks, no like horrible attacks on players. I have like strict instructions for her to put somebody in timeout or block them if they misbehave in here. So that's what I can do. I need to have a mod because obviously I can't do it myself. I can't be watching the match and then clicking in the chat and reading the entire chat. I'll miss the match. That defeats the point of a live stream. So I think True Tennis Vibe does a good job. She's very strict. And we have kicked some people out of here, several. And again, I'm so sorry that happened to you, Anna, but it won't happen again. You know, you can always talk to True Tennis Vibe on here and point out somebody that's like, you know, using personal attacks and stuff like that. So Rybakina with a strong hold game there. For you guys that are not watching and just listening, Osaka won the first set 6-4. Serving exceptionally well. Rybakina, some more unforced errors than usual, but I think expected and similar to how her form has been ever since the Stuttgart title. And here in the second set, Rybakina held the first game, and now it's crucial for Naomi to keep her level, to not have that natural drop-off that a lot of players have after they win the first set. And against Rybakina, it's so dangerous because she can turn it on and become very difficult to play. And the match can slip away from you. So Osaka needs to continue to serve well and just hang in there from the back of the court. Appreciate you, Rafai Brand. Hold on, let me say your name. Rafai Gibran. Thank you so much for the super chat. What a backhand there from Osaka. She's so good at that open stance. What are Hodar's strengths and weaknesses? How can he rise up to top 3 rank? Thank you for your live streaming as always. You know, it's so funny you bring that up. I did a video on Hodar the week after he won that 250 in Morocco, which was the first tournament of the clay court season among a couple other tournaments in that week. And at that particular time, I thought that his serve was good, but I felt like there was some room for improvement on the serve. He does have a unorthodox loading position on the serve, which is not a mistake. It's just a stylistic thing. It's very similar to Vasharo or Rinderknecht. It doesn't coil very much. The elbow stays in line with the torso. Bublik serves very similarly as well. I thought the backhand was extremely good. I think it's already one of the best on the ATP Tour. And the forehand, very heavy, very crafty. But when he's not playing well, that side produces more errors. So there's a nice hold there from Osaka, 1-all. So I feel like right now the hard courts, the forehand is looking better to me, and the serve is looking better. So I feel like those two shots are looking better than in the clay court season, where they already look pretty good. So they're even better now. So it's just for him to reach top 3. I think he's the type of player that strikes me as just a rock solid, very consistent, steady. Will fight for every match. Will keep his level. I feel like he'll enter the top 10 probably after Cincinnati if he plays there like he did here. And I feel like he will stay in the top 10 for many, many, many years. Look, whether he can be top 3, that's just simply, he needs big-time results consistently. Like, it's not so easy to get up there. You got a guy like Zverev, who's like, he won Roland Garros and made the Wimbledon final. So I think Hodar is far away from that right now. He would need to have a monster result. And remember, Djokovic is there too, who's still making semis at Grand Slams. So it's going to be tough. I think it's a lot easier to get up to. Look, Djokovic's ranking is not realistic. He should be top 4, but I think a top 4 ranking is more realistic. I feel like a top 3 ranking is more unrealistic for Hodar right now, because I don't know how he gets above Zverev, Sinner, and Alcaraz, because those guys go deep in the most important tournaments. And it's just, look, he lost to Fritz last weekend. He's just not there quite yet, but he's going to enter the top 10. Like I said, I think the next step is like top 5. What a beautiful serve from Rybakina. She hit that thing right here. It's like wide, but shorter in the box. And that's because of her height. That's what Karlovic was able to do. Serve very hard, but also shorter, and the ball just exits at a very steep trajectory, and it's fast. It's like literally unreturnable. That was a phenomenal serve there from Rybakina. As she follows that up with a double fault, and it's break point chance for Osaka. And there's the break for Osaka. 6-4, 2-1. Wow. Wow. That's something else, guys. Well, Anna, I'm glad you're back. And I'm glad you're okay with what happened. I actually talked to True Tennis 5 afterwards, and I was like, is Anna okay? I hope she comes back. And she said that you were okay, but yeah, glad to hear that you're okay, and we can move on. Like you said, that's good. Very impressive match, right, so far from Osaka. Super impressive. But that's right there, another example of the state that Rybakina finds herself in now. She hits that ace at 1530, incredible ace, and then a double fault at 30-all. So if you serve a double fault on the big point on your service game, and you're the best server on the WTA Tour, it's a sign of a lack of confidence, you know. So, Anna says Hodar is in the race for ATP Finals. Yeah, he's got a great chance of making that tournament. Him and Fritz got a great chance. That'd be something else if he can make top 8. Complete demolition by Shelton. Expected a closer match with Menchik. Yeah, I was very disappointed with that one. I'll be honest with you. I was very disappointed with that thing. And I've live streamed all matches today, actually. Even I was late to feast Hodar by a set, but I live streamed the Menchik Shelton match. I was looking forward to it, and it was. I mean, Ben played great, but it was very disappointing from Menchik. By the way, Tien is. Oh, they took it off. I think he's up a set. Yeah, Tien up a set and a break on Merida. That's a huge return from Rybakina there. Some big hitting, inside out, forehand winner. And it's 1530. Incredible return by Rybakina. Through the middle, deep. Such an underrated return, that middle return. Double fault from Osaka, 1540. Looks like she's going to give the break right back. Wow, what defense from Osaka there. But it's out, unfortunately, for Osaka. But incredible rally there. Rybakina really ramping up the speed on her shots, ripping the ball, comes in with a forehand inside out approach shot. Nice backhand volley. Inside out, and Osaka on the run, squash shot. Almost goes in, misses by this much. And Rybakina gets the break back, 2-all. Just like that. Just like that, guys. Okay. Nice serve. Nice serve from Rybakina out wide, and a forehand inside out winner. That was a weird noise. Lucy, it's okay. That's nothing. That's nothing. Can you change the French flag of Rybakina to Polish for Anna, I would do that. But remember, I can't change the flag on top of the scoreboard. It's locked to that since the feast match. I think I have to restart OBS. 15 all. 5 aces and 5 double faults for Rybakina tonight thus far. Yeah, interesting. It's like they cancel each other out, you know? Of course, in tennis, it doesn't work that way because it all depends on the clutch points, the big points. So if, you know, you have 5 aces, 5 double faults, but you double fault on break points, then, you know, it's like, it's worse than if you hit aces on break points down. So it's all down to big points in tennis. Rybakina with the forehand miss into the net. 30 all. Isn't Rybakina represents Kazakhstan? Yes, she does. But for this stream, she will have to be French. Unfortunately. Two unforced errors in a row from Rybakina. Like I said a while back, it sometimes feels to me like Rybakina needs to string her rackets tighter because ever since Stuttgart, she just spraying the ball. She's a lack of control. Like she hits winners and she hits well, but every now and then it just sails on her. The strokes just sail on her. And I'm not saying that's the strings necessarily. It's probably just her steering the ball. That's an incredible rally from Osaka, and she breaks back down the line, puts pressure on Rybakina, who commits a forehand error into the net. And we got 3 consecutive breaks here. A lot of defense in that rally from Osaka, but she was hanging in tough though. Incredible. Osaka up a break in the second set. She won the first set 6-4. All right, Osaka up 6-4, 3-2 serving. Oh, that's interesting. Holger Rune was on serve. He's eyeing out Davis Cup return. He also switched to the Fire and he likes it. That's good info because he was on the entry list for US Open, so I guess he's not playing US Open. Smart, by the way. And the Fire is a great racket. I tested it. Don't know why you would switch though from a Pure Aero 98 to the Fire 98. That, unless the Pure Aero 98 give you too much power, you need a little bit more control because I don't think the Fire packs the same punch as the Aero. So that move is interesting to me because most people that I think will switch to the Fire, apart from the ones that are buying it as someone that's new to Wilson, let's say, is the people that use a blade. I feel like, or other low-powered head rackets, maybe like a Prestige or that racket. It gives you a little bit more, so I think that makes sense in that regard. But if you're using the Pure Aero 98, which is very similar in specs to the Fire, you're going to a racket that's a little bit more controlled. Now Osaka at 40 love throws in a double fault. Not a bad time for a double fault there. Huge hitting from Rybakina there, but Osaka holding her own. Playing a lot of defense there, but ultimately too much offense from Rybakina. From 40 love to 40-30. He said the Fire has more power and more stability than the Pure Aero. Stability, yes. Power, absolutely not. There's no way. No way. And there's a hold from Osaka. Rybakina smothers a forehand into the net. I'll be honest, I think that's a risky move for Holga. I mean, he plays such a long time with the Aero. It's such a great racket. It's a weird move, I'll be honest with you. It'd be like Carlitos going from the... Imagine if Carlitos went from the Aero to the Fire. I would say it's a bad move. Same with Rafa. Once you go Aero, you don't go back. That's the rules. Because it's the greatest racket, or let's say one of the greatest rackets ever designed. Oh, wow, what a forehand from Osaka there. From the corner, ice cold forehand cross-court winner. That was huge right there. Love 15. Big serve from Rybakina and the put away forehand into the backhand corner of Osaka. 15 all. Osaka's up 6-4, 4-2 for those of you who are not watching and just listening. Beautiful tennis there from Rybakina. Nice wide serve. And a clean down the line forehand winner. There's a double fault from Rybakina. But you got to be careful here. It's 30 all. It's a huge forehand again from Rybakina into the forehand corner of Osaka. Let's add in. Hold from Rybakina right there. 4-3. I don't know, Aubrey. I'm not sure if he's there or not. Osaka a couple of games away from this. This would be a huge win for her. Yeah, Bencic had to pull out of the first semifinal, unfortunately. She played so well against Diala. Would have been nice to see her play against Goff. And now Goff gets an extra day of rest. And she'll play the winner of this match. That's the type of first point that you want when you're serving and you're 2 games away from the match. You got a shank return that goes out. You got a cheap point like that. That feels good. Ooh, return clips the top of the net and goes in from Rybakina. Osaka dumps a forehand into the net, 15 all. Beautiful forehand right there from Rybakina down the line. But also Osaka did not hit that great of a shot. Right to Rybakina, also a little bit shorter. You know Rybakina is going to go after that and punish. She hit that backhand return either late or tight, hard to say. It's 30 all. And a cross-court backhand angle shot from Rybakina. Not sure if that was intentional or slight mishit, but in any case, Osaka can't get the ball into play from way off the doubles alley. And 30-40, break points. Big serve by Osaka down the tee, but she sprays a backhand long, and Rybakina breaks back. It's 4-all. Random Tennis Guy. Hi, Nick. US Wing is kicking me badly, but I'm up by 1 a.m. trying to follow the streams. By Cincy, I should be fully aligned to watch all the streams matches. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, time differences are tough. They're tough. But, you know, there are some parts of the season where it's better for us here in the US. There's parts of the season where it's worse. I personally prefer the clay court season or like the European season because the matches are in the morning here and they're usually done by like 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, and then you can get the rest of the day off. I'm actually not the biggest fan of night session matches that go like past 12 o'clock. So and for sure, Rybakina playing better now. That should have given her a lot of confidence here. Breaking back. Big down the tee serve. Forehand into the backhand corner of Osaka. And there's a down the line backhand winner. Rybakina hitting the ball clean. It's like a changed player now. 30-15. Osaka not spreading the ball enough. You know, she's hitting too many balls right into Rybakina. It's 40-15. And a very strong forehand from Osaka into the forehand of Rybakina, who sprays hers wide. That's 40-30. And just a big serve from Rybakina down the tee. And a put away forehand cross court. And from 3-4 down a break, now 5-4 up. Osaka will serve to stay in this second set. That's how tennis can go sometimes. These quick momentum shifts. Again, if you're serving for the match, you know, as you get closer to the finish line, the 4-3 game, and ultimately the 5-4 game, it becomes tougher to hold serve. All right, guys, 1 sec. God damn it, hold on. I love 30 there on the Osaka serve. A lot of trouble, but a big serve there. It's 15-30. Another big point for Osaka. Rybakina overhits her backhand. 30 all. That is some clutch tennis right there from Osaka. From love 30 to 40-30 with some exceptional hitting. That first forehand off the return from Rybakina was tough because she was pushed back. And then that cross-court forehand from the middle of the court, which is not easy to get that angle. It's a phenomenal shot from Osaka. It's 40-30. And Osaka holds 5 all. What a monster hold from Osaka right there. That could have gone wrong very quickly there at love 30. With some clutch serving and just some steady hitting. And she made it out of that game. Now it's 5 all. If it goes to a tiebreak, who wins this set? So hard to say. That's literally like flipping a coin. I don't know. I mean, are we going in the third? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what my gut feeling is telling me. I'm kind of split on this one, to be honest with you. I want to say Osaka manages to pull this out and get this set, but I also feel like Rybakina is starting to play better. It's hard to say. Strong service game so far from Rybakina. Big serve down the tee, 30 love. And there's Rybakina with the squash shot. You don't see that too often because she doesn't play that much defense. She's all offense. And Osaka putting the pressure back on Rybakina there. With a fantastic forehand. 30-15. Yeah, random tennis gal. That match, very interesting with Shelton and Menchik. It wasn't long, but it was for sure very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I made my statements very clear in that match. So go ahead and check it out. That'd be cool. Beautiful forehand there from Rybakina. It's a textbook technique right there. 40-15. A strong return from Osaka. Cross court. Draws the error from Rybakina. 40-30. a very strong hitting from Osaka there, drawing the error from Rybakina. And we're deuce. Nice serve there from Rybakina at the most important time, which is a clutch moment like this in a game. Deuce. And another monster hold, and she monster serve. And she holds up 6-5. Osaka will again serve to stay in this second set. It's gonna be tough. Rybakina playing better for sure. Towards the end stages of this second set, she's starting to find her range, not missing nearly as much. And if she's missing, it's from defensive situations. That's true. Rybakina yesterday didn't play well, but got the W. Yeah, that's true. Nick, would you change anything about the training methods if you were 10 years old today? I trained very hard when I was 10. Well, very hard. I think we did the best we could. I mean, it's not the right time and place to talk about my tennis, but I've talked about it a lot. But now the initial stages were good, where there were some mistakes made later, around 16 and then also around 18, there were some mistakes made. But around 10 years old, I mean, I had a great coach, my dad, and I was training a lot, playing a lot of tournaments. I did the right things at that age. I'm starting to get the feeling that we might get a third set here, guys. I'm ready to make that statement. But that was a fantastic first pointer from Osaka. What a forehand down the line. Beautiful wide serve. It was backhand inside in, actually, not forehand. My bad. Another great serve from Osaka. It's an ace. 30 love. That's a big shot there from Rybakina. Goes to the Osaka backhand, misses wide, 40 love. Oh, a kicker on the first serve from Osaka. And goes cross court with the forehand. How about that play right there? Interesting. Got Rybakina way off the court. And then just sent her forehand into the other corner and got Rybakina on the run. Tiebreak time. Oh. Big serve there from Rybakina to get things started in the tiebreak. 1 love. Mini break for Rybakina. Backhand goes wide. That's a strong forehand there from Osaka. 2-1 Rybakina. I'd like your opinion on the eternal question, what percentage is natural talent and what percentage is training? I made a great video on that. It's titled, I'm Talentless. Just type that in, I'm talentless intuitive tennis, and you'll find it. It's a fantastic video. It goes into depth into that question that you asked. And Rybakina overhits her backhand 2-all. She gives the mini break back. Adam says, if we go third, I feel Rybakina wins. Yeah, I would agree with you. You like that title? I'm Talentless? That's a good video. It's one of my better ones. Oh, what a rally there. Lob from Osaka goes long. Some nice volley skills there from Rybakina. She's up 3-2. Who were your favorite tennis players when you were growing up, both male and female? Monica Seles for the female, for sure, by far. And when I was young, Agassi. But then when I got a little bit older, I switched to Sampras. It was weird. It was initially Agassi and then Sampras. Three all. Athena Kayas, Nick, I've noticed that Osaka and Taylor Fritz extend their tossing arm with almost 45-degree angle. Is there any special reason why they do that, or is it just aesthetic? There are three different ways to bring the arm up into the release. The forward toss, the diagonal toss, and the parallel toss. I have a video on that on my channel. Just type in intuitive tennis. 3 ways to toss. 3 ways to toss. You'll find it. It's an older video, but it's still very accurate. It's completely stylistic. Players need to find what works best for them. There's the mini break for Rybakina, up 4-3. But having said that, there are some other characteristics on the serve that might work better with one toss or the other. Osaka gets the mini break right back. It's 4-all. And she apologizes there. The ball must have clipped the net. I mean, I didn't even see it clip the net. But Osaka apologized anyway, and Rybakina with a very strong shot there. He's up 5-4, 2 points away from the second set tiebreak, just like that. Just like that. Oh, what an important rally there. And Osaka survives. Rybakina goes for the down the line winner with her forehand misses. But very steady from Osaka there. That was a huge point. 5-all. Osaka with the wide serve. Huge return from Rybakina. And Osaka overhits the forehand and set point Rybakina 6-5. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. Set point Rybakina on her serve. Wow. And there it is. Rybakina wins the second set 7-6. Wow, just like that, huh? Turns it on when she really needs to. Gets the clutch points. Beautiful forehand down the line. Approach shot there and an easy knock away at the net. Very strong. We're going 3, guys. All right, hang in there. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, okay? And there's a forehand error from Osaka. She took a very long break. And that's funny comment. Coach Nick taking a longer break than Tsitsipas. That's hilarious. That was a long break. I had to take care of something real quick. By the way, did you guys know Roger Federer is officially no longer a billionaire? How about that? Sad news that I'm reporting to you. The On stock dropped like 19% or something. He lost $52 million or something like that. So Fed no longer a billionaire. How about that? Crazy, right? That's a nice forehand from Osaka there. All right. Check this question out. At 15:30, Osaka in a little bit of trouble immediately here. The first game of the third set, which is very, very important. Yeah, I felt like, whoa, I was about to say that. I was about to say, and I still stick by it, by the way, even though Rybakina just missed the forehand there. Ever since she broke back at 4-3 in the second set, Rybakina has been striking the ball cleaner. And as I say this, she makes two errors long where she sprays again. 40-30. And there's the break for Rybakina. This is danger time from Osaka. Rybakina can run away with this one real quick. Osaka's got to be careful right here. Three set records. 2026, Osaka 6-1, Rybakina 11-6. Interesting. Hold on 1 second, guys. We got a problem here. The wrong score, Vanessa. I know, Brandon Tenscott. Thank you. We fixed it. Osaka up 1 love. At love 30. On our service game, Rybakina hits an ace. It's 15-30 now. And 10th ace for Rybakina. Rybakina holds 1 all. Sorry, guys, to give you wrong info. Rybakina has 7 aces, not 10. Okay. What a nice little shot there from Osaka of a full sprint. Nice little cross-court shot. That was a tricky return. It was a defensive return, like a squash shot type. And it landed very close to the net, but Osaka got there so quick. Was able to put the ball away cross-court. Rybakina rips the forehand into the net. 30 love. And Rybakina will probably become the world #1 with Sabalenka having 2,000 points to defend. I honestly don't mind her losing the spot. I just want her to find the dominant form again. I think Cincinnati will be important for Sabalenka, and she's highly capable of playing herself into form at a Grand Slam. But yeah, certainly she's in a slump right now relative to her previous results. But I wouldn't completely count her out for U.S. Open. You never know. Same with Rybakina. You don't want to count her out either. Ever. So, same with Iga. So we'll have to see. But yeah, there's an opportunity here for Rybakina if she can play well. But she needs to win this, and she needs to do well in this tournament. And this for sure is still a very open match. Osaka holds up 2-1 in the third. That's funny. I believe that if the French woman keeps her first 3 service games, she wins the match. By French woman, he's referring to Rybakina with the French flag. What's the one tennis rule I want to change today? That's tough. I don't know. The one tennis rule I want to change today. I'll probably say the coaching. Get rid of that. That's really irritating for me personally. I'll change that. I'll put it back to the way it used to be. Yeah, for sure the coaching. I would go back to the old ways in regards to that. Yeah, random tennis gal. The flag is a problem because whoever I put on top ever since the feast match, it's French. And I tried everything to change it. I think I need to like shut down the software and restart it. I can't change it. It was so funny during the Shelton Menchik match. Somebody gave Ben a funny French name. Yeah. I think, Nick, I would like a player to be fine when they play the ball into the crowd aggressively. I agree with you 100%, Adams. I've talked about this so many times. Hi, Simone. Simone, welcome to the stream, bud. I agree with you 100%, Adams. That to me is like my biggest pet peeve, and I've made so many videos about that. I call players out all the time. There needs to be a big penalty for that deterrent so players don't do it. It's unfortunately the case right now that we're waiting for somebody to be hit by the ball to disqualify the player. Let me just give you an example. So if you throw your racket into the back fence, let's say you hit a ball into the back fence, you're completely fine. But if you hit a ball towards the back fence and it hits a ball kid or a lines judge, you get disqualified. So we're just waiting for somebody to get hurt to disqualify the player. Well, how fair is that? Why are we allowing players to, like, I'm not saying allowing, but why aren't we penalizing players harsher when they're endangering somebody else's health? And certainly ripping a ball into the stands, a lot of people perceive this as harmless, but if that tennis ball lands in your eye socket, you can lose your eye. And I've seen players throw their rackets over the stands, into the stands. I've seen players in so many matches like rip balls carelessly into the stands or over the stands. It's just ridiculous. Simone, are you all right? And a nice hold there from Rybakina. Beautiful serving. 2-all in the third. Oh yeah, Djokovic would have won that tournament if it wasn't for that disqualification. Yeah. 100%. Monster hitting from Rybakina there. And it's 15-all. 30-15. Oh, that's Osaka's best serve tonight. Is that slice down the tee on the ad side. That service has been working really well. She got a lot of free points off that, even a few aces. And she did it again here at 30-15. Now 40-15. She attempts one down the tee, doesn't miss by much. Second serve. 40-30. Lucy, what's up? Double fault and a very unfortunate time for Osaka. And we're deuce. And there's a hold for Osaka. No break so far in this third set. Osaka is cramping, question mark. Is she really? I didn't see that. Or I didn't detect that she's about to cramp or anything like that. To me, she seems to be moving fine. What's your opinion on the one serve rule? I don't like it at all. No, I don't like that. The two serves is like, listen, that's like getting rid of the forehand or the backhand. You can't do that. You just can't. You just cannot. All right, guys. So Osaka up 3-2 in that third set. Rybakina serving. Be back in 10 seconds. Huge opportunity here, guys, for Osaka. Love 30 on the Rybakina serve. This is a big opportunity right here. Let's see if Rybakina can come up with some huge serving or some clutch hitting. She doesn't. Dumps a forehand into the net, and that's love 40. Wow. Who would have thought this? 60. Let's see. Hold on. We're about to close this poll. 36% of you thought so. That Osaka can win the third set. So not a lot of trust in Osaka. We're going to close this one. And we're going to open up a new one here. Osaka misses the forehand long. She's staring at her strings. She hit that on the bottom of the string bed. Ooh, that looked in from Rybakina. The first serve, I guess it was long. Or wide. I guess it was wide. Second serve. What a monster forehand from Rybakina. Ice cold down break point. Not a sign of nerves, or is this recklessness? No, I think it's just clutch tennis. That's what that is, because she hits a backhand down the line to save the third break point. And from love 40, we're at 40 all. Wow, guys, that's crazy. Some crazy tennis right now. And then a forehand error from Rybakina. Yeah, sometimes when you come back from love 40 on your serve, and that point at 40 all is tricky, because the nerves go down a little bit, and you might lose that sense of urgency a tad. You end up playing a worse point. Break point number 4 for Osaka. And Rybakina comes in, and Osaka had to look for a passing shot, and she tried to go right at Rybakina, but she misses it into the net. Fourth break point chance saved. 40 all. Wow, that was a big chance for Osaka right there. She had that lined up on her racket, that pass. There's a very strong wide serve from Rybakina, gets the service winner, add in. And back to deuce. Very strong hitting there from Rybakina. Overpowers Osaka again. But her first serve is deserting her a little bit in this game. What a shot there from Rybakina, and Osaka applauds it. A beautiful running forehand cross-court winner. Look at this in the slow-mo. Perfectly timed and reversed. Three all. Yeah, very strong hold. 4 breakpoints saved and lob 40 saved. I tell you what, Osaka's hanging in there. She's rock solid today. Also, we got to give her a lot of credit mentally, because after losing a disappointing second set, she's very strong here in the third. And goes up 15 love on her serve. Just holding ground exceptionally well today, Osaka, because the balls are coming fast from Rybakina. And of course, Osaka's a power player, no doubt about it, but you can kind of feel that the balls from Rybakina are stronger and even more powerful than the Osaka ones. 15 all. Osaka rips a forehand down the line, misses it into the net. It's 15-30. Yeah, Adams, you could be right. You could be right that the nerves get the best of Osaka, but like I said, she's been holding strong this match. It's a very good match from her here. Just that Rybakina stepped up her game towards the end stages of that second set. A 40-30. Oh wow, lob is in. What defense from Osaka. Wow, best rally of the match, guys. No, 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 no. That's such tough luck for Osaka there. It's been a spectacular rally there, but forehand, open court. Rybakina was in the wrong corner. Ball clips the top of the net, goes wide. How about the defense from Rybakina, though? Got to give her credit there. Nick, is tennis popular in Florida compared to other sports? Yeah, very popular. I'll probably place it behind golf. Maybe in Miami, I would definitely place tennis behind padel. Padel, for sure, in Miami, more popular than tennis, but every city is different down here. And then pickleball is probably about It was more popular in tennis, but I think now it's probably even. Maybe it's still more popular. Again, depends a little bit on the area. And Rybakina just too strong in that rally, overpowering Osaka. Another break point opportunity. And Osaka misses the forehand wide. It goes inside in, and she kicks her racket. She's not a happy camper. How can she be? She had 6-4, 5-4, was serving for the match. And it's just that Rybakina stepped up her game. She did. She did. And remember, she was also serving at 4-3, right? Serving at 4-3, up a break. She was not serving for the match at 5-4, sorry. I misspoke. She was serving at 4-3 up a break. All right, guys. Tsitsipas break. Look, it's a tough match for Osaka, but fact is that 4-3, when Rybakina broke back in the second set, she stepped up her game, started playing better. And third set has been tough. Osaka's hanging in there. The last game was brutal, some very entertaining rallies, and Osaka missing some shots that she shouldn't miss under pressure. But it's not over yet, because Rybakina is still spraying some balls, like that forehand right there. Looks like the strings should be like 2 kilos tighter, and that ball goes in. That's the impression I have. It's just that some balls just spray on Rybakina. Of course, probably not the strings. It's just her maybe decelerating or steering a little bit. But that has been a problem for Rybakina for a while now. Yes, Anna, Cincinnati and Montreal and Toronto are overlapping, if you can imagine. And that's the way to make up for that poor forehand from the previous point. Big wide serve and forehand winner. Then on the next point, another forehand winner off a huge wide serve, and it's 30-15, just like that. Yeah, the overlapping ATP 1000 tournaments, I have no words for that. That's just tough right there. Rybakina goes for that down the line backhand, but I think she was a little too far away from that one, and she sprays it long. Now it's 30-all. Doesn't miss it by much, though. It's almost I'd rather have Rybakina miss a ball like this than those ones that she tries to get in and it goes long anyway. Those are more worrisome, in my opinion. First serve misses. Rybakina has to go through a second serve. Then a rally, very nice down the line backhand from Rybakina. Short forehand off a squash shot. And she hits the forehand approach shot down the line. And the ball's too far away from Osaka to do anything with it. And we got 40-30. For anyone tuning in right now, and for you guys that are just listening and not watching, Osaka won the first set 6-4. She was up a break in the second set 4-3. And ended up losing it in a tie break 7-5. And Rybakina is up 4-3 with a break, serving at 40-30. And she misses a very easy ball, very close to the net, a swing volley. Maybe the lights were a factor, but that's certainly the easiest shot that she's missed in a very long time. Osaka barely got that ball back. Rybakina rushed that. She didn't need to take it that fast. She could have let it bounce even. She took that way above her head, so definitely rushed. Should have settled herself, waited a little bit, let the ball drop to the head level or even slightly lower, and then that swing volley would have been a lot easier. She hit that thing like up here, like this. Can you even see that? Okay, no, you can't. She hit it like this. It was a scooch all the way down. But when you got a huge serve like that, and you can get yourself out of trouble, that's a huge help. Forever 25. I don't know about let it bounce. I don't have the right perception of the ball here on screen. It could have some too much penetration for it to bounce. I don't know. I can't tell you that for sure. Probably not, to be honest with you. If she took it that high. That was a short ball from Osaka, and Rybakina hits the forehand. It's not placed that well, but it's good enough to force the error from Osaka. Rybakina holds 5-3. She's one game away from the match. This could be, you know, a shift for Rybakina. Could give her the much needed confidence in her semifinal against Coco Gauff. I do think that Rybakina has a tougher opponent for Gauff than Osaka. I feel that Gauff can beat Osaka comfortably. I don't know about Rybakina. It depends on which Rybakina shows up and how consistent she can be, you know? Okay, Drew Tennis 5, I got another one for you. Another forehand error from Rybakina. Yes, the French woman is about to come through here. Helene Rybakina, or something like that. Wish I could do a French accent. Can't. It's a double fault from Osaka, a very costly one, 15-30. Let's check the unforced errors from the match. Let's see here. 26 from Rybakina. I thought it was more. Oh no, wait, that's the second set. 70. That was just the second set. 70 unforced errors from Rybakina. 70. 43 winners. 51 unforced errors from Osaka. 18 winners. It's been an error fest, guys. And there's another one of those. That's an unforced error. That is. The ball's coming right to her. And there's a beautiful down the line, 200 backhand pass from Osaka. 5-4. Rybakina will serve for it. French woman is about to serve this out, guys. And I was thinking, what if we made everyone French that's on top? 72 unforced errors, updated. We have updated stats here, 72 unforced errors. You want to have them by shot? I think there was more on the forehand. I'm very sure there was more on the forehand. Hold on. Okay, unforced errors, forehand. Yeah. 45 forehand unforced errors and 20 on the backhand. How does that equal 72 though? I don't know, these stats are so messed up. I don't know if to update it in real time, but okay, whatever. We know she made a ton of unforced errors. We'll trust here the overall stats with 72. But just letting you know, this app has made mistakes in the past. But we can see it. There's a tremendous amount of unforced errors from both players. Tremendous. And even though Osaka has made less, she's about to lose this match. She had it. It's that one game that one game with Osaka with those long rallies that cost her. She missed a couple of forehands that she shouldn't have missed in the open court. And let's see here if Helena can serve it out. Let's see if she can serve it out. Let's see how many of you guys think no. 47% think Osaka can't win this. All right, so a lot of belief still in Osaka. Whoa, wow, listen. These are big time players though, so I'm not throwing any shade on them. You know, sometimes it's just, high risk tennis and there's mistakes are part of it. But these are big time players. We're talking about 4-time Grand Slam champion Osaka, 2-time Grand Slam champion Rybakina, ATP Finals champion Rybakina. And guess what? She delivers 2 consecutive aces here serving for the match. This is straight up Pete Sampras vibes in the house. And look at this. She's playing incredible tennis right now. Look at this. Down the line backhand, rip, forehand inside in, winner, 40 love. Incredible. That's a champ right there. Find your best tennis when it matters the most, when you're serving it out. And when you're trying to break back in that second set, that's a champion right there. And listen, Osaka's a champion too. It's one of those matches that can go, both ways, decided by a couple of points here and there. But again, currently, the state of their careers, Rybakina is for sure at a different place than Osaka, but overall, you can make arguments who had a better career. But, I'm going to be honest, I thought that Osaka was going to take this one, but I was proven wrong here, probably. It's not over yet, 40-15. Second serve for Rybakina. Ace on the second serve, out wide. Incredible. Three aces serving for the match. That's what makes Rybakina great, you know? And Naomi is disappointed. Now, she's not going to drop in the rankings, as I've said a while back. She lost points, of course, a lot of points, 435, I think. But she still gets to hold on to number 13 in the world. And it's just big-time tennis from Rybakina. A very poor match from her at many stages of this one. 73 unforced errors. But she also had 12 aces, you know, served 57% first serve, so she didn't have a good serving day. Got broken 3 times in this one. She also broke Osaka 3 times. And, you know, out of the 12 aces, 3 came when she was serving for the match. So, again, nothing but respect for Rybakina. And maybe this can turn an already fantastic season around. Because like Rafa said, you have a great season if you're one of these top-level players if you win 1 Grand Slam. And she already has 1 in her bag. So somebody asked her here, oh no, you're talking about Naomi at US Open, but the year is already great for Rybakina. And she was very close to winning Indian Wells. She had a match point on her serve against Sabalenka. 6-5, and it's third set tiebreak. So maybe that has had a lingering effect. It's hard to say. But something like this, and if she ends up beating Goff, this can turn the season around. So we're going to see. This is going to be very interesting for sure. How will Osaka do at the US Open? Somebody asked. I think she can do well. You know, I think she's been playing a lot better. There's still something missing that's required for Osaka to make it all the way back to the top to compete for the big titles. I think there's just something missing there. You know, she's playing well, but she lost to Ayala last week in the semis of Washington. Now she lost to Rybakina in the quarters here. Was up a set in the break. So she's playing well, but something is still missing. And I'm not quite sure if she can. I'm not quite sure how deep she can go at the US Open. And plus, she does have some points to defend there as well. So there's a lot of pressure. But, yeah, the French woman advances into the semis. So let's check real quick what time the matches are on tomorrow. I don't think there'll be any men's matches, right? Svitolina Swiatek at 7 tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow, Svitolina Swiatek. We're going to live stream that. Looking forward to that one. Now let me see real quick the ATP. Hora Nakashima at 6. Yikes. No, not a double stream again. Oh, man. I don't know. I'll probably do both. But I hate doing it, but I'll probably do both. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll skip Hora Nakashima. I don't know. Let me decide tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow for at least 1 match. Today I did 3. I was late for the first one by a set, but the rain delay saved me and I was able to join later. And I got one more question for you guys before I log out of here for like 1 minute. I'm going to run this question for 1 minute. Hold on. For 1 minute, guys, we're going to run this. All right, there's a question for you guys. Let me know. You got 1 minute. And whatever you guys say, I'll do. You got 1 minute. Let's see here. 1 minute, and I'm going to check this. And you answer. Let me know. Coco is a fighter, big one, so she can rattle Rybakina for sure because she'll return every ball, but she should be a great match, could go either way. I agree with you 100%. Like, Coco is definitely playing well. She can beat Rybakina, no doubt about it. But Rybakina's advantage is that she has that big serve that can help her out. It will be tough. I agree with you. It's a very open match. Very open. Very open. Tien Shelton, please. I would like to do that one too, but okay, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do, guys. All right. 1 minute is up. Let's end the poll, and this is going to be the decision maker. Oh. You guys don't want the French on top. No, 59% no. Huh. Well, I don't know if I can change it. I don't know if I can change it, guys. It might be stuck there. Interesting. All right, so should I keep the top slot on the scoreboard French? Maybe you guys don't know the context of it, because the context is funny. We'll see if I can change it. Good news for the French. They haven't seen such results in a while. Definitely not on the WTA Tour. For sure, I agree with you. Well, we're going to keep it French. How about that? For now, because I can't change it anyway. I can't seem to change it. So, and just FYI, if I try to remove the flags, it gets even worse because I can remove the bottom one and the top one stays, and that looks even worse. So I'm thinking about keeping it. But in any case, guys, this was a fun match. Rybakina, very impressive. 3 aces to serve it out. That's very impressive to me. And okay, let me see here one thing. If I start the first one, hold on. So if I start here, 1 second, let me try to figure this out. So if Hoda Nakashima is at 6, this is so overlapping. It's overlap city, guys. Overlap city. And then Cincinnati going to start the day after tomorrow. I might have to quadruple stream and triple stream. This is going to be insane. 7 o'clock. Every single match starts around 7 o'clock. That's fantastic. I'll have to make some hard choices because I can't stream all of it. I do have an interest in the Svitolina Swiatek match. So I definitely want to do that one. So let me do this. Let me do Hoda Nakashima and then Swiatek. If that goes long and Swiatek's match is over, then I'll do the Shelton match too. Okay? The Tien Shelton. Which that's going to be a blockbuster too. I don't know. I mean, I should do the first one because that's at 6. Definitely start with that one. And we'll go from there. How about that? We'll start with Hodar at 6 and we'll go from there. All right, guys. I'm going to log out of here. Thank you so much for joining this live. It was fun. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 for Hodar. All right, guys. Take care.